into complacency against opponents because she doesn't do that. It's as simple as that. She approaches every game with the same amount of focus and concentration.
Service over. 1-love.
And free of injury.
Wow, did you notice how far back she stood there, An Se-young, when she was receiving the serve?
We have been looking at it from, I suppose, the other end of things, but what she must think of 22-year-old Riko GUNJI. That's white.
Batch of, I guess it's wrong to say she's the leader, but she was the first. She was the third world junior champion in women's singles Japan had. Okuhara and Yamaguchi, the two first. And GUNJI, she's a little bit taller than those two. I think she's 160. And yeah, sometimes it just takes a little bit extra. That's correct, but sort of badminton-wise, I see her as only 20 because what happened after 2019, there was the pandemic. It was the 2 years which.
Whatever job you may hold, whether it's in broadcasting or whether it's a 9 to 5.
Oi.
But then again, everybody has a plan. Oh, beautiful touch from An. Well, the other thing An Se-young is very good at is adapting her game on the fly. Whether it's to the drift conditions or to her opponent, she has the ability to change what she's doing. Which was 2023, where she was just steamrolling opposition.
Service over.
Backhand. Two young players on court right now. It's just An Se-young we've seen so much of in the last 2 years. She kind of plays above her years.
And that's an important point you're making there, June, because An Se-young, she could have played the World Juniors in 2019.
That's right.
But she didn't.
Oh, hats off to GUNJI for engaging in the rallies. She's certainly coming in with the right mindset on GUNJI's errors.
What a deception.
Yeah.
Tournaments, or challenge tournaments last year.
Right.
Won 5 out of 8. And it gives you a lot of confidence. You get used to hearing the umpire say 20 match point and you're holding the shuttle in your hand.
Yeah.
Good shot.
It's really good to see her taking the fight to An Se-young, not settling back.
Good shot again.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
On wide, on your shots, on your movements. Good shot.
Oh, again, brilliant. Fantastic.
Prevented An Se-young from continuing her overhead attack. There was the short one.
There's that wonderful movement.
Oi, what a especially Yamaguchi, because I mean, it's just there's some limits when you don't have the reach.
Yeah. Exactly what you're talking about. GUNJI was in fact dispatching some of those steep shots.
Oh, yeah, touched the net.
Service over.
But she's definitely stayed away from this right side as we see it after those early misses. Those 3 misses on the right side. GUNJI is trying to make a play into that side.
Wide again. And she's a good one. Last time she was fooled, not this time.
Again, it's just almost completely to that left side. The forehand side of Gunji.
Stays in. I think the play.
By playing the world number one, you're not only going to... She's already got the attacking goods. Maybe she needs to learn that skill. But either way, at her age, her exposure, as you said...
creative weapons. Disguised drop shot. Nice the way she attacks that low serve. Super net play by An Se-young. 5 straight.
Behind it all, of course, this wonderful footwork from An Se-young. She's going to have her eyes on the World Championships in Paris as well. Add that title if she can to her growing list of titles.
This is her company team, Riko GUNJI.
Really get detailed as to which ones she hasn't won. Very nice.
Rally.
That's a very good rally. Stretched.
Oi, what a defense.
An Se-young with the serve. That's good pressure from Riko GUNJI.
Stays. Yeah, I agree.
So if she is now firing into the breeze, we might see something different from Riko.
An Se-young looks really, really solid.
Yeah, as always.
Good shot quality. We'll set that a little bit too early. How does Riko GUNJI score her own points because she can't rely on An Se-young making errors?
Yeah.
So she's got to make something happen herself, and that has been difficult as of late.
And that's just in a normal game. I said if she was being pushed by the likes of Chen Yufei, then she can still move into a different gear, as we saw yesterday.
Boy, there was that one backhand deception again.
That was an interesting.
them tired or feel they have to rush the attack in the rallies and so on. But it's just very nice if you can score some points.
Well, you have more control over your destiny and future. If
there was one with the help of the top of the tape. That's the more patient approach to it, but that's a good one. Good defense by An Se-young.
Gunji's up to tempo, I've noticed. Trying to play much faster.
Yeah. And much more attacking.
Wow, what a great run. Everyone has to pay the piper at some point. And in badminton, everyone has to play the piper at some point. The piper is most definitely An Se-young. That's gone long.
Service over.
Cross smash.
Comparable to the old serve volley in tennis. He's used to such great extent. He is good power on from here. To make her 6th final of the year. 6th final that she has turned into.
Retrieval by Gunji, but the shot quality of good play. No, the chance was not there. That's brilliant play.
The likes of An Se-young. Of course, if she masters those, brilliant.
Brilliant reception. It's gone long. The player.
Yeah.
Did it again.
So 15-8. And An Se-young closing in very.
Service over.
Rallies. She hasn't moved into strictly a second gear, but she's definitely maybe a half gear up against the newcomer on the HSBC GWF World Tour. Full TV coverage and all the fans in attendance. Go to some of the smaller tournaments.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's almost as if each of her arms has her own separate brain trying to control where it needs to be. It's saying any little hold. That's very impressive coverage by Gunji. What's good. And An Se-young has done it again. 43 minutes, which